Hey, how's it going, everybody? Shaun here. Just got a kind of a quick off-the-cuff movie review. So excited to finally get a chance to see Dune Part 2. I went to, they had an early, fan screening, IMAX thing last night. And I, of course, I went. And it was cool. It was the first time in a long time I'd been in a theater that was full of people, but not just full of people, but full of people that were there to, to get their Dune on, you know? Like they weren't there to talk or fuck around or be passive. Like, no, these were people that were very excited to see the movie. So that was actually kind of cool. Normally it's kind of annoying to be in a full theater these days. But I can't remember I can't remember the last time I actually even saw anything in a truly full theater, but it was cool. I was pleasantly surprised by that. So I'm a big fan of Denis Villeneuve. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea, but I've enjoyed a lot of his movies. Sicario comes to mind. Um, the Arrival, which is a movie that actually kind of just gets better the more you see it. Even his Blade Runner, which I've kind of cooled off on a lot, I think is like a gorgeous looking movie. You know, I really enjoy his visual aesthetic and the way he puts images together. He's really great at it. So I was kind of hotly anticipating Dune 2. It was one of those things where it's like I was really just happy that they got a chance to make it because, you know, Dune Part 1, a movie I liked a lot, maybe not as much as other people, but I enjoy it for what it is. Ends on kind of a big cliffhanger. I read the book Dune like a couple years ago in anticipation of the movie coming out, and it was like one of those things where it kind of just kickstart in your brain. You're like, oh, I've never read Dune. I should read that before the movie comes out. So, going in, those were my expectations. That's kind of where my head was at. I absolutely adore Dune Part 2. It is a substantially better movie than Dune 1, which I kind of wasn't prepared for. Like Dune 1 feels like a first act. It feels like all table setting. It's kind of slow and ponderous, and it's really kind of letting you take in Arrakis, like the planet they're on, take in the worlds that you're going to be inhabiting, the types of people you're going to be spending time with, like the different races of people and stuff, and just kind of drink it in, no pun intended. But Dune Part 2 is kind of really where the meat of the story is. So there's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts, a lot of characters, a lot of set pieces, and Denis Villeneuve knocked it out of the park in my opinion. I mean, the cast is incredible. They really show up. They have great chemistry, great character dynamics. I was completely glued the entire time, just locked into the screen. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. It was so gorgeous. I was so engrossed. And I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting Dune 2 to go as fucking hard as it does. Holy shit. And Hans Zimmer's score is, I mean, if you've listened to the score for the first movie or you've seen the first movie, you're familiar with it, and he's playing with those sounds and those motifs and stuff, but he kicks it up. I mean, the only way to describe it to me, just so I could kind of try to articulate or give you a sense of how it felt, was that it is metal as fuck. I mean, holy shit. Aaron Butler's character is the theme that Hans built for that character. I don't want to get his name wrong. Faith Rafa is fucking awesome. My jaw was on the floor. My jaw was on the floor. I could not believe how much I was loving it, and I haven't even really processed it in a way that I think I can talk about it all that coherently. I know there's a lot of differences between the book and this adaptation. I'm not familiar with the book enough to really kind of dive in and get super nitpicky. I'm not a super fan. I kind of came to the book a little too late. I did like it. I did enjoy it. But this is really where most of the story is, and they had to streamline some things. They had to change a few things. And I don't want to get into any kind of spoiler stuff. I did notice a few things, but there are other places to go and get really good breakdowns. Actually, there's one, I think it's called Quinn's Ideas. He's been covering this movie for years, and he's been doing a really great job. And there's my son running around with a piece of bread. So that might be my cue. Yeah. You like Dune? You didn't get to go see it. But yeah, it's incredible. If you have a chance to go see it when it comes out this coming week, please do, and go see it on the biggest screen possible. Even if you kind of bounced off of Dune Part 1 and you're just a sci-fi fan, or if you're a fan of the book, I think this is really what you were looking for. And it's worth every penny. It's worth the extra money to go see it in IMAX. I mean, they make the best use of that the cinematography and using the kind of the bigger lens, or the bigger aspect ratio rather. They use it. They use it. I mean, I'm serious. Like, just constantly. Like, holy shit, holy shit. This looks incredible. This looks amazing. And yeah, and everybody's great too. I would say Rebecca Ferguson kind of steals the movie a little bit. She really brings it as Jessica, and Timothy Chalamet is really good. He brings it as well. Everybody brought their A game. I'm trying to think of like a weak link. Maybe Zendaya would be the weak link, but Zendaya was also fine. She was kind of fine. But the whole thing, it just, everybody is so good. I cannot wait to watch it again. Like, I'm dying to see it again. I'm probably going to go see it in IMAX again this weekend when it comes out. That's what I'm going to do with my time to myself. I'm just going to go see Dune Part 2 again. I'm going to see if I can rope somebody to come see it with me so they can geek out with me. But it's, wow. Totally worth your time. Totally worth your time. Might be Denis Villeneuve's best movie, period. You know? Wow. Seriously, go see Dune Part 2. That's really all I have to say about it. I don't have anything very deep to say about it. Because I can't. If I get into the actual plot and the subtext, it'll kind of it'll ruin it if you're not familiar with it, and I don't want to do that. Not quite yet, but I don't know. Maybe somebody I know will watch it, and I'll be able to talk about it. But anyways, adios.